Hey gang, coming at you with October 13th, Wednesday's Crocktoberfest recipe. We are doing today slow cooker spaghetti squash bolognese. So I will put the recipe in the comments, but I wanted to go over with you how I made it. I'm actually making it for dinner tomorrow because I didn't pick up my spaghetti squash till about 12:30 today. So I figured this wouldn't work. So what we're gonna do is cut our spaghetti squash in half, scoop out the seeds, and we're going to put it upside down in our crock pot on low for 6 to 8 hours on top of onions, garlic, crushed tomatoes, oregano, some milk or cream, and then ground beef. So I will go through the recipe and then we can talk about what kind of substitutions we can make. If you've never had a spaghetti squash before, so this is what it looks like when the seeds are taken out. So then here's the seeds, just like the inside of a pumpkin. So I'm just going to not cut my foot off on Facebook. And just go right in there, scoop those babies out. So I just use a regular tablespoon. Comes out pretty easy. They're all in my sink now. What I do have in my crock pot today is the recipe that Renee shared a couple days ago for the tomato soup. So I'm making the tomato soup, and we also have some other leftovers, so I think I might make it either with some grilled cheese or, I don't know, we have stuff for tacos if the kids want. Oop, 2 more seeds. All right, there's our spaghetti squash. Kind of cleaned up. Wash my hands. All right, so what I have so far, I'm not very good at directions, so hold on. All right, so we cooked our beef. So onion, garlic, tomatoes, oregano, and milk. So I don't know if you can see this. Oop, there go my onions. There's the garlic in the middle, and I had fresh oregano, but it called for dried oregano. We have these gorgeous, I keep going out of the camera, sorry. These gorgeous garlic bulbs from our crop share. And I am using half and half because I bought it for another recipe, I think for the tomato soup actually, and I didn't want milk. Nobody ever finishes the milk in our house, and I'll use this eventually. So I have my cup of half and half, and then a can of crushed tomatoes. And if you're an avid gardener and you have your own tomatoes, you can feel free to use those, obviously. I mean, you can make your, I don't know, bolognese, not supposed to be chunky. I'm sure you can do whatever you want. Be right back. All right, and I have ground beef that I'm putting in. That's what the recipe calls for. And I like to buy a mix of grass-fed, sorry, I don't know if it's organic, like a better meat if I'm going to eat meat, just so it doesn't have all kind of junk in it. And that's what I put in for now. And then I'm just going to put my spaghetti squash, 2 halves, right on top. And then we're going to get that started for tomorrow. Spaghetti squash, if you're making it on its own, you can put in the microwave and cover maybe with just some plastic wrap, or like the microwave topper, upside down on water so it's steaming. You could do the same thing in the oven. It takes obviously longer in the oven, but what we're going to do with the spaghetti squash after, I should have said this if you haven't made one, you're going to take a fork and all of this will be soft, and it's going to go all the way down to the rind, and you're going to get these, they look like noodles. So you can make so much stuff with this. I love making pesto with spaghetti squash. All right, let's put that baby back in there. Meat substitute. So I think you could modify this recipe. I was thinking you could do portobellos, chop real nice, and just put them in there. Thanks, Jules. You could use a meat substitute. I'm sure you could do a ground tofu. I think you could do anything to substitute. Obviously, you could use any kind of non-dairy milk. Not coconut milk because we're making like an Italian meal. I guess you could probably use an unsweetened plain almond milk, rice milk maybe. You could probably even use broth and then throw something in at the end. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you love it, and I will let you know how it tastes tomorrow. I think I'm going to pair it with pasta salad or a Caesar salad. That's one of their favorites. But I think I'll just do it with a salad because we still have lots of fresh lettuce. So thanks for joining.